Beware of that unbearable woman, because her time is up. No one wants her around, and now she's facing the consequences of her own evil. I have to tell you, that woman who used to smile while sending you demonic energy to dim your light and destroy your happiness, is now going through a mental storm. She is a toxic, annoying person who knows in her heart that she has lost the battle against you. She paid for witchcraft to be done against you, thinking it would let her see you fall. But what she doesn't know is that the universe has protected you, and her curse has turned back on her. She is filled with hate, envy, and frustration, and she wasted her money for nothing. Because what is on your side is far more powerful. She feels it. She is lost and without direction because she cannot achieve the peace, love, and harmony that you possess. You will receive many blessings because good always triumphs over evil. The reason this person watches you with so much hatred is because you carry a light they cannot extinguish, something that hurts them deeply because they see you shine while they live in the darkness of their own failures. Remember, you are an empress, and angels surround you, protecting your path and defending your prosperity today. Declare in the comments the blessings that are about to arrive in your life. Write divine justice for that person who cannot stand your progress and envies you so much, because divine justice is about to act, and what belongs to you by divine right no one can take away. What this woman doesn't know is that her downfall is just beginning. The universe does not forgive those who sow evil with such premeditation. Her days of manipulating and smiling hypocritically have come to an end. That false confidence she displayed was just a facade to hide her fear, because deep down she always knew that messing with you was opening a direct door to her own destruction. The signs have already started to appear. People who once defended her are now distancing themselves. Contracts she thought were secure are being cancelled, and relationships she believed were solid are crumbling one by one. This is no coincidence, it's justice. The same dark energy she tried to project onto you now envelops her like a cloud that won't let her breathe. A weight she feels in her chest, day and night, a restlessness that prevents her from sleeping. And even if she tries to seek help, she will find closed doors and looks of contempt, because her reputation has become a broken mirror where everyone sees her true reflection. Your spirit guides reveal that she has already started receiving warnings in her dreams, but her arrogance prevents her from listening. In those dreams, she sees symbols of her own destruction, dark water dragging her down, doors slamming shut, voices telling her that her time is up. She doesn't understand that everything happening to her is a direct consequence of every vile act she committed against you. And the most ironic part is that everything she wished upon you is returning to her, multiplied, as if every malicious thought is now a poisoned dart striking her own life. Meanwhile, you continue to advance, lighting up paths that once seemed impossible. A golden door is about to open in your life, and behind it lies abundance, sincere love, and new opportunities you never imagined. The angels celebrate your resilience and your faith, because you knew how to stand firm when the shadows tried to cover you. The victory coming for you will be so great that even your enemies will be forced to acknowledge your strength. When they try to return with false smiles and empty promises, the universe will give you the clarity not to fall into their traps again. I see an important connection approaching for you, a soul coming with the mission to support and accompany you in this new cycle. This person will be a pillar in your life, someone who believes in you, respects your light, and feels no envy of your shine. This alliance will be one of the rewards the divine gives you for all you have endured without losing your essence. Divine justice not only punishes evil but also elevates those who have been victims of injustice. The woman who envied you so much will see with her own eyes how you receive what is yours by divine right, and that will be the hardest blow she could ever receive. Nothing will hurt her more than seeing that her evil not only failed but made you stronger, more prosperous, and more blessed than ever. Her attempts to discredit you will be useless because the truth shines too brightly to be overshadowed. She will sink into her own contradictions, and her lies will come to light at the most inconvenient times for her. The angels show me that there will be a moment when you will hear news about her life, and it won't be good. A serious health problem, an emotional collapse, or a betrayal from someone in her inner circle will make her hit rock bottom. It won't be your fault. It will simply be the return of everything she has done. The universe does not forget, and sooner or later it settles all accounts. And when that moment comes, you won't need to lift a finger, because divine justice will act perfectly. I want you to understand something. What you have lived through has been part of a spiritual training. Every tear, every betrayal, every moment you thought you couldn't go on was preparing you for this moment. Now you are stronger, more aware, and more connected to your purpose. What once hurt you will now be your fuel to keep growing. The darkness they tried to send you no longer has power over you. That heavy cloud you felt in the past is dissipating, giving way to a clear sky where your dreams can flourish. Your spirit guides tell me it's time for you to declare with force, "Nothing and no one can stop my destiny." All negative energy is returned multiplied to its source, and I live in abundance, love, and peace. This decree is not just a phrase. It's a key that will unlock new blessings in your life in the coming days. You will see clear signs that your path is being cleared. A project that seemed stalled will start to move. A person who owed you something will keep their word, or an unexpected opportunity will arrive that will change your entire outlook. Don't see it as a coincidence. It is the response to everything you have endured with patience and faith. That woman and the snakes that accompany her will no longer have access to you. Their words will lose their power. Their plans will fall apart before they can even execute them. And most importantly, you will learn to recognize the warning signs, so you never allow anyone like that back into your life. You have learned to listen to your intuition and trust your inner voice. Today, divine justice tells you, "Do not fear, my child, for what belongs to you is protected. Whoever touched you with malice touched fire, and now burns in the consequences of their actions. Stand firm. Be grateful for what is coming and don't look back. Your future is bright, and your enemies will have to endure the light they could not extinguish. Get ready, because the chapter now opening in your life will be the most beautiful one yet. The tears will turn into smiles, the pain into wisdom, and the losses into new opportunities. And as you grow, your enemies shrink before the strength of your light. That is the true triumph, not just to win, but to inspire others to believe that good always wins, and every time she attempts a new attack, her own life crumbles a little more. Her nights are long and heavy, filled with insomnia and thoughts that give her no peace, feeling as if something invisible is watching and following her everywhere. What she doesn't know is that this presence isn't there to protect her, but to remind her day and night that the divine judgment has already begun. Her hands tremble when she tries to hold on to what once gave her security. Because even her possessions and her supposed friendships dissolve like sand through her fingers. The same accomplices who helped her plot your downfall now blame her for everything, and one by one, they walk away, leaving her isolated, without support, without a voice. The power she thought she had was borrowed, and now it has been taken away. Meanwhile, your paths are clearing as if an invisible force is sweeping away every stone and thorn that once tried to stop you. Unexpected opportunities arrive, calls that bring encouraging news, projects that materialize after a long wait. Archangel Michael not only fights for you, but he also guides your steps toward scenes of abundance and growth. Everything that once seemed closed now opens. Everything that was once stalled now moves forward. And it's not a coincidence, it's a direct response to your resilience and your faith. In her desperation, she turns to new rituals. She spends what little she has left on fake sorcerers who promise to give her back control, but she doesn't know that each of her attempts becomes another chain that binds her to her own karma. These chains cannot be broken by anyone but divine justice. Sickness begins to touch her life. Small physical signs she tries to ignore, but they are warnings that her body is starting to feel the effects of the dark energy she herself generated. She has no peace day or night, and no matter how much she tries to smile in front of others, her eyes betray her. It's an empty gaze, without light, without direction. You, on the other hand, wake up each day with a greater certainty in your heart that your story is written by celestial hands and that every step you take is protected. The energy they once tried to take from you returns multiplied, strengthening your spirit, illuminating your face, and attracting people who add to your life. Even those who once doubted you are beginning to recognize your strength, your ability to stay standing in the storm. Your enemies will not be able to handle what is coming, because the blessing that is about to manifest will be public, visible, and impossible to hide. It will be a blow of light so strong that even those who don't know you will feel inspired by your victory. And that victory will be twofold. Not only will you receive what is rightfully yours, but everything that was unjustly taken from you will be restored with interest. The universe not only balances the scales, it also multiplies when it comes to protecting those who walk in the light. Soon, you will hear about her and her accomplices. The news will come as a confirmation of everything your spirit guides have warned you about: legal problems, betrayals within her circle, irreparable financial losses. And you will feel neither hatred nor a desire for revenge, because you will know that you didn't have to lift a finger for any of this to happen. Your soul will be at peace, and that peace will be the greatest proof that you have won. Remember that this moment is crucial. Don't get distracted by the last desperate moves of those who are already defeated. The snake always thrashes most before it falls, and so will they, trying to provoke one last reaction from you. Don't give it to them, because your silence and your indifference will be more painful to them than any response. Now is the time to declare with force, "All evil sent to me is returned multiplied to its source, and I receive in abundance what is mine by divine right." Do it with faith, because every word you speak now carries more weight than ever. Heaven is on your side. The universe is moving to give you justice, and no darkness can stop it. While she runs from place to place looking for a way out, you walk calmly toward a future where love, prosperity, and protection are permanent. You have passed the test, and now comes the reward. The battle is already won, and everything that follows will be to remind you that light always wins. Divine justice does not fail, and today it is written in your favor. And that calm is already arriving in your life, wrapping you like a warm blanket after a long, cruel winter. The storm they tried to unleash against you has exhausted itself. It ran out of strength, and the only thing it left behind were your enemies, drowned in the mud of their own actions. Now it is you who walks on firm ground, while they sink deeper with every desperate step they take. The angels show me that this is the moment when your life will begin to move with incredible speed. Doors that once seemed locked will open on their own. Opportunities you never even imagined will knock on your door, and influential people will come to you, not by chance, but because your victorious energy will attract them. She, on the other hand, will live in a prison without bars, trapped in her fears, her guilt, and her desperation. The scandal that is about to explode will be her greatest punishment, because it's not just about public humiliation, but a loss that will affect every area of her life. And when people look at her, they will no longer see the facade of strength she tried to sell for years. They will see a broken person, a shattered mask, a heart full of hate and envy that no longer knows how to pretend. Everything she tried to hide will be exposed: her lies, her betrayals, her traps, even the things she thought no one would ever know. Meanwhile, you will feel your burden lighten, as if the chains that once bound you have shattered without you even having to try. This is the result of having trusted, of not letting yourself be dragged into their dirty game, of always choosing light over darkness. That choice is what now opens a flow of blessings that will not stop. Your hands will receive what was once denied to you, your table will be filled with abundance, and your heart will be filled with peace. Heaven does not forget those who endure with faith, and that is why your reward will be so great that it will mark a before and after in your life. Those who see you now and didn't support you before will be astonished by your transformation. Some will even come with sweet words, trying to get close again. But you will already have the clarity to discern who comes with good intentions, and who is just looking to take advantage. Your angels will be by your side, whispering in your ear whenever you need to walk away or trust. She, for her part, will fall into a spiral with no way out. Financial problems, betrayals from the very people she trusted, illnesses that will drain her strength, and a loneliness that will force her to face what she truly is. And though she will try to blame you, though she will try to point to you as the cause of her misfortune, no one will believe her. The truth will be so obvious that even those who once defended her will step away, so as not to be caught in the same storm. Instead, you will flourish like never before. New connections, new projects, travels, sincere love, and stability will be part of this cycle that begins now. Every tear you shed will be returned in the form of genuine smiles. Every sleepless night will turn into dawns full of hope. The universe is aligning everything so that good things come continuously and naturally, without you having to force anything. That is why it is essential that you continue to declare with strength, "I am untouchable by darkness. I am blessed by the light. Everything that is mine by divine right comes to me without obstacles." Every time you say it, remember that these are not just words, they are commands that the universe receives and fulfills. Because you are not alone. You have a celestial army that walks with you, fights for you, and opens paths you never even knew existed. And when she sees you triumph, when she hears your name in conversations full of admiration, when she sees your achievements and your happiness from afar, she will understand that she lost the war before it even began. Because there is no power greater than that of a person who stands firm in the light, and you are that person. This is your moment. Don't look back, don't waste time thinking about what could have been. Divine justice has already acted, and what awaits you is so magnificent that soon all the pain will remain a distant memory, a chapter that only served to show you what you are capable of. The victory is already yours, and the light you carry within will be the sign that guides every step of your path toward a destiny of greatness. And that victory will not be silent or hidden. It will be visible to everyone, even to those who once doubted you or joined her game in the shadows. The universe will make your triumph so clear, so evident, that even those who turn their backs on you will have to accept that you were destined to win. It will be as if life itself raises a banner with your name, declaring that light always wins, that good never goes unrewarded. While she drowns in the darkness she created, you will walk on an illuminated path, with no obstacles to stop you. The projects that once seemed impossible will begin to take shape quickly. Influential people and unique opportunities will arrive without you having to look for them, because your renewed energy will attract what is in perfect harmony with your soul. It won't be luck, it will be your harvest, because what you sowed with patience, love, and effort now blossoms, multiplied. She will remain trapped in a cycle she doesn't understand, looking for someone to blame, making up excuses, trying to find some loophole to escape her own karma. But there will be no way out. The people she once manipulated will become witnesses to her downfall. Some will even tell what they know, revealing the truths she swore to keep secret, and every word will be another stone in the wall that will imprison her. Loneliness will be her constant companion, because no one will want to be near someone who only brings trouble and misfortune. You, on the other hand, will be surrounded by people who value you, who recognize your light, and who want to see you grow. Life will place you in situations where your voice and your example will be an inspiration to others. Many will approach you to thank you for not giving up, for showing them that it's possible to rise even when everything seems lost. Your achievements will become a beacon to guide those who are still going through their own storms. And even if she tries to make one last move, find the most expensive sorcerer, or perform the darkest ritual, nothing will work. Because your destiny is shielded, protected by forces beyond what her mind can comprehend. Each of her attempts will be like throwing herself against a wall of light that throws her back to the ground, weaker and more worn out than before. My guides show me that the next step for you is to expand all the good that is coming. A new project, a major change in your personal life. A journey that will open doors and valuable connections. None of this will be a coincidence. It will all be part of the divine plan that was already written for you. And every time you move forward, it will be like a bell that she will hear from her abyss, reminding her that she couldn't stop you, that everything she did was in vain. This is your time to walk with your head held higher than ever, not out of pride, but out of gratitude and certainty. You know that every tear you shed watered the ground on which you now flourish. You know that every betrayal was a filter that removed from your life those who didn't deserve to be there. You know that every obstacle you overcame strengthened your spirit and prepared you for this stage. And when you look back, you won't do it with resentment, but with the peace of someone who understands that everything had a purpose. Because if you hadn't gone through that valley of shadow, you wouldn't be so strong, so conscious, and so connected to your purpose today. she won't understand. She will keep asking why she lost, without accepting that the answer lies in her own actions. But you know the truth. No one can win against someone who is backed by the light, by faith, and by divine justice. So keep moving forward. Keep declaring every day that your light is untouchable, your destiny is unstoppable, and your blessings are endless. Because what you are living now is just the beginning of a cycle of abundance that will have no end. And while your life fills with color, love, and opportunities, she will remain trapped in a winter without an exit, watching from afar as you shine brighter than ever. Because in the end, the greatest punishment for someone who wanted to see you fall will be to see you higher, happier, and more blessed than they ever imagined. That will be the true victory, and that reward will come in such a perfect way that even you will be amazed. It will be as if all the pieces of the puzzle you had been trying to fit together for years suddenly click into place. What seemed lost will return, multiply. What seemed impossible will materialize before your eyes. And what was unjustly taken from you will be returned with interest that only divine justice can calculate. While you receive that abundance, that peace, that true love, she will experience the opposite effect. Everything she built with deceit will crumble like a sandcastle against the tide. Her days will become an endless chain of problems and bad news. The spirit of accident she tried to send you will not touch your life, but it will linger around hers. She will suffer material losses, family conflicts, unexpected betrayals, and most painfully for her, the abandonment of the very people who used to be her allies. The universe is cornering her so that she faces the weight of her actions, so that she looks directly at the darkness she herself fed. Your spirit guides show me that even in her dreams, she is being warned of what's to come, images of closed doors, of paths crumbling, of voices repeating over and over that her time is up. But she doesn't listen. She doesn't want to believe that all of this is a consequence of messing with someone protected by the light. She prefers to spend what little she has left on new rituals, desperately trying to reverse what can no longer be fixed. And every time she tries, the blow is harder, the fall more painful. In contrast, you will be in a period of expansion. Everything that had been stagnant will begin to flow like a river, overflowing with blessings. Projects that were on pause will move forward quickly. Key people will appear to help you achieve dreams you had tucked away. And even what you thought was closed will open again for you, but in a bigger and better version. All of this will happen without you having to force anything, because it will be the natural response to everything you have endured and overcome. Divine justice does not act in silence. It will make sure everyone sees the difference between the energy of someone who walks in the light and someone who is submerged in darkness. Your success will be public, visible, undeniable. And for her, it will be a wound she cannot hide. She will see your shine and feel that every step you take forward is a slap to her ego. A moment will come when the news of her downfall will reach you without you looking for it. It will be something big, something that will make everyone talk about her, point at her, and leave her alone. And there, at that point of no return, she will understand that you cannot play with the lives or the light of others without paying a high price. Her hands will be empty, her reputation destroyed, her energy depleted. That is why it is important that you now maintain your focus on the good, on what you want to build, on what you want to attract. Don't waste time watching her moves, because the universe already has a plan for her, and a very different one for you. You were put on this path to shine, to expand, to inspire others with your example. What you are about to experience will be so great that you will need to prepare to receive it with gratitude and wisdom. Declare every day, "Nothing and no one can take from me what is mine by divine right. All evil sent to me returns multiplied to its source, and my life is full of blessings, protection, and abundance." Repeat these words with faith, because your voice has power, and every time you declare it, you give more strength to the light that surrounds you. In a short time, you will see how the universe places you in a position where no one can touch you, where your stability is solid, where your dreams materialize one after another, and every step you take forward will be a reminder that no matter how much darkness they try to throw at you, there will always be a greater force working in your favor. That force is what has brought you here, and what is now leading you straight to your victory. Because what is written for you cannot be erased, and what God gave you, no enemy can take away. Your light is eternal, your destiny is unstoppable, and your reward is closer than you can imagine. And that day will come, a day that will mark the end of this entire cycle, when divine justice will manifest so clearly that no one can deny it. It will be as if heaven itself decided to expose, without filters, everything she did and everything she tried to hide. The fall will be public, inevitable, and her cries of desperation will find no ears willing to listen. The person who one day felt invincible, who thought she could move through the shadows without being discovered, will find herself trapped in the light of truth, and that light will have no compassion for her lies. The rumors will become certainties, the suspicions will become proof, and those who once defended her will step aside as if her very presence is a threat. No one will want to be near someone who has caused so much destruction. The lesson will be so powerful that even those who didn't know you will start talking about you, not as a victim, but as the living example that good always triumphs over evil. And while she struggles to hold on to the little she has left, you will be in your best moment, receiving what you have waited for so long. Your hands will gather sweet fruits after a long winter, and your heart will feel a peace that cannot be broken. Abundance will flow to you in all forms, economic, emotional, spiritual. Sincere love will arrive to stay. Opportunities will present themselves one after another, and your energy will be so high that you will attract things and people you never thought possible. She, for her part, will be trapped in a labyrinth from which she cannot escape. The same dark energies she invoked to harm you will turn against her, and there will be no ritual, no sorcerer, no amount of money that can stop what has already been decreed. She will live in a constant state of alert, as if expecting something else to collapse at any moment, because she knows that nothing she has is stable. And every time she sees your name or your face, she will feel her defeat deepen. You, on the other hand, will walk with the certainty that everything you experienced had a purpose. You won't need to look back with resentment because you will have understood that her role in your life was to push you toward your greatness. Although her intention was to destroy you, everything she threw at you as a weapon became a lesson, a strength, a stepping stone to your victory. That is true justice. Not only that she receives what she deserves, but that you flourish in a way she never could have imagined. The universe will present you with symbolic moments, invitations to places you once thought you could never reach, recognition for your efforts, words of gratitude from people who have found inspiration in your story. And each of these experiences will be a reminder that enduring was worth it, because in the midst of the storm, you chose to stand firm, and that choice now elevates you above any shadow. The difference between you and her will be as clear as daylight and the darkness of night. You will advance toward a future full of possibilities, while she will remain trapped in a past she cannot change and a present that is falling apart. And although she tries to hide it, her face and her gaze will be a reflection of her defeat, a deep emptiness that neither revenge nor pride nor fleeting power could ever fill. When you see her fall, and you will even without looking for it, you will not feel joy for her pain, but a silent confirmation that the universe acts with precision. There will be no need to raise your voice or justify yourself to anyone. Life itself will be the answer. Your success will be the most powerful argument. Your happiness the irrefutable proof that no one can extinguish a light that is protected by the divine. This is the end of a story that was never just about her and you, but about the power of faith, resilience, and spiritual protection. It is proof that evil can never sustain itself forever, and that those who walk in truth always end up receiving more than they lost. The final chapter is written in golden letters on a background of light, victory, peace, abundance, love. And just as you once shed tears of pain, you will now shed them in gratitude.